Hi, it's Jenny and Murphy with KOSI 101.1, and it's Hot Take Tuesday. So, okay, I know. So this happened to me, and I wanted to see, like, your thoughts on it. Like, if this is...
Really? You want my thoughts?
I know, it's kind of scary, right?
Could involve jail.
It probably will, So this was yesterday.
Yeah.
I was getting off the elevator.
Here?
And yes, here in the building. And somebody was obviously waiting for the elevator. They like pushed past me to get into the elevator.
Yes.
Is that like, what's the etiquette on it? Like, is it the person that's in the elevator that gets to get off first? So there's room for them? Or, because they were kind of weird about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Is this before or after you punch them in the face?
I didn't do that, but I was like, well, excuse me. And then, it's like always like when you're going by, even in a grocery aisle, it's like, oh, excuse me. And then they just kind of look at you.
Like, who are you?
You're like, I'm being polite. Like, isn't this the polite? Aren't we supposed to be that way?
Yeah, but then you're in their territory, see?
Yeah, but I was in there first.
And they just barged in without, excuse me, nothing.
And I was like, oh, excuse me. And how I leave, they call me, my friend Wednesday, he calls me Dora because I always have a backpack with me. Like I always have bags, like a ton of stuff.
Just like Dora.
Dora
how cute.
the Explorer.
Oh, it's
but
special.
So like I have my work bag, I have my purse. Like, I had a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen it.
I can't be the only woman that does that. And but the thing is if there's an apocalypse, you're going to want me around because I have everything on me.
She'll save your life.
I will. But what is the etiquette on that?
Well, you should say, excuse me, I would think. Or they're afraid the door's going to close on them. I think there's always that fear the door's going to close on you on the elevator.
But what if it closes on me when I'm trying to get out and I'm stuck with my backpacks and it goes up?
Well, apparently you don't matter. They're more worried about themselves.
See, that's what I'm saying.
They're worried about themselves.
It's a selfish thing. Okay.
Well, they should say, excuse me.
I didn't say anything. I just said, excuse me, just play dumb.
But it's worse. And then it's worse if you're on an elevator and you've got that stuff and there's 40 other people on the elevator.
Oh, yeah.
Who goes first to get off?
Well, is that like sitting on a train or like on a bus where you're like, okay, let's let the elderly people in first?
Well, that's what I try to do. That's what I try to do.
See, it's common courtesy.
Which is surprising, I know, for me to be that courteous. But yeah, I think that's important.
You're courteous. You might be sarcastic. And you might have a little bit of that sardonic in there sometimes, but you're actually really
Are you saying that I'm sarcastic? I am shocked. And
I would never.
Never. Attack
bless
me.
your heart.
Your
no,
buddy.
I wouldn't. So I was in the right. They were in the wrong.
I believe you're correct on that, as much as it's hard for me to admit that.
We actually agree on something. I love this.
First time.
Yeah. So, okay. Women and children first.
Yep.
Well, elderly, women and children first. That should be the etiquette.
And you go on and just hold I always hold the
right. Like
door.
if you're on the elevator, though, shouldn't you be able to get off first? Because otherwise, what if there's no room in there?
Well, yeah, but you got to say, excuse me, if you're in the back of the elevator.
Do we not teach kids this in class anymore?
No, they don't teach them that.
Teach this weird math and stuff like that I can't get?
No.
And then I have to admit to Maddie's like hot math teacher that I don't know the math, and that's like the hardest thing ever.
The poor teacher.
Mr. Math, ooh, he's pretty.
See, getting back to the elevator,
okay. I
always have the advantage because I'm a rather big guy. Mm-hmm. So when they kind of see me come in, they kind of just part the waters.
So you're walking in before they're getting off?
Yes, sometimes.
See, I agree with the holding the elevator for them.
Yep.
When you're getting onto the elevator, hold it for them, let them out.
Let them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
This person looked at me like I was just evil.
Here's the deal, though. If you're going in, and there are a lot of people on, when that opens, I take just a beef breath.
A beef breath. What's that?
Yeah.
You don't want to get an elevator with Murphy.
Well, I want to make sure. I want to see if anybody's shifting towards.
Like if they're getting off or if they're staying on.
Then I'll hold. But if they're not moving, I'm just going in.
And we're speaking about elevators too. Yeah. Like if you see that door that opens up and there's a ton of people in there, you're like, I'll take the next one? Or do you just try to like make them move and shove in there?
No, I'll take the next one.
Okay.
I think that's
personal space kind of issue, right?
I think it is that way.
Yeah.
And then you got to look at you got to read their eyes. If their eyes,
gotta read their eyes.
If their eyes get real big, because I'm real big, and now I have frightened them.
Oh yeah. Well, me, I'm just like, I just look like I'm fun size. I'm like little. I'm short, just walking in. I'm like, maybe they didn't see me because it was a tall guy.
Well, if you came in behind me, they wouldn't see you.
I just hide behind Murphy, start shoving Murphy forward. That's what we do. Like when you go to events and stuff like that, you have the person in the front, and then you just go behind them. They have to be motivated. Usually, it's the biggest one in the group because you want everybody to be able to get behind you.
Well, it's like playing football. The big person in front of you is the offensive line. You're the runner.
Our blocker.
You get behind the blocker. and just follow him into
Are you my blocker then?
I'll be your blocker.
All right, he's my blocker.
You know, and I just kind of, when you go through the crowd, you keep your arms down like this kind of, and I just kind of go like this. And they, geez, and they turn, I'm bigger, they make a way.
I like this. That does not happen for me
It's
ever.
like the parting of the sea in the Bible.
Plus
this
it's
is
like-
parting of the humans.
And I'm like courtesy world where I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's okay, you can go. And I get burned with that a lot.
You might do it for a couple of times, then you get chapped. When you get
You're
chapped.
like, all right, where's the courtesy? Is it coming back around? Where's that instant karma?
Yeah, here comes the offensive line and the people behind me.
Blue 42, blue 42.
Go. Just get behind me. We're going to score this one.
Oh, maybe I'll just take the stairs from now on. Hot Take Tuesday. Have an
Jeez.
amazing week.
I feel like I didn't help at all. I've discouraged the whole conversation. What have I done again? Jeez.